For this video, we're going to be discussing the volume and surface area of pyramids. So a pyramid is a shape you should be familiar with. Okay, you've seen a picture of the Great Pyramids, I'm sure. And a pyramid is just a solid that has one base, and its faces are made up of triangles. All right, and we're going to be discussing square pyramids. And pyramids are named by their bases, so if it's a square pyramid, that means its base is a square. All right, so we're going to be discussing volume and surface area of square pyramids. So here are our volume formulas. So the volume is equal to 1/3, our volume and surface area formulas. The volume is 1/3 times the area of the base, capital B, times the height. Okay? Now I hope you remember that a volume of a prism was simply the area of the base times the height. So the area of a pyramid is equal to 1/3 the area of a prism that has the exact same base. But that's not something you really need to worry that much about. Okay, just know it's 1/3 area of the base times the height. And the surface area introduces some new stuff. It's 1/2 L times P times capital B. Now capital B you know is the base area. P you should remember from a previous video that P is the perimeter of the base. And L is something new, and that's what we're going to call the slant height. All right, now you can see that each one of the faces of this pyramid is a triangle. And L is the height of that triangle. Okay, that's what the slant height is. It's the height of the triangular sides. And it's called the slant height because those triangles are slanted. Okay, we use L because we don't want to use H because we're already using H for the height of the pyramid. And the height of the pyramid is taken from the center of the base to the point at the top. And the point at the top we call the apex, but you don't really need to worry about that. All you need to know is that the height is from the center of the base to the top of the pyramid. All right, so let's look at an example. We need to find the volume and surface area of this pyramid here. So let's start with volume. We know volume is equal to 1/3 the base times the height. Now I know my base is a square, so I know that if one of the side lengths is 16, then the other side length is 16. So to find capital B, which is the area of the base, I just do 16 times 16, or 16 squared. The height is the height from the center to the top, which is 6 inches. So I'm going to do 1/3 times 16 squared times 6. You'll notice that for area, I don't use the slant height at all. Don't need to. All right, so I just plug in my numbers. 16 squared is 256. If I multiply that out, 1/3 times 56 times 6, I get 512 inches cubed. So all I did was find the area of the base, plug that in, multiply that by the height, and then divide by 3. And I got 512 inches cubed. Now let's talk about surface area. Surface area is equal to 1/2 the slant height times the perimeter plus the base area. You'll notice I do not use the height of the shape at all when I'm finding the surface area. So slant height is L, that's 10. And the perimeter is adding up all the sides of the base. Well, we know all the sides of the base are the same, they're all 16. So I just did 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16. And the area of the base is 16 times 16, or 16 squared. So I do 1/2 times 10. 4 16s gives me 64, and 16 squared is 256. 1/2 times 10 times 64 is 320. And add those two things together, I get 576 inches squared. So the volume of the shape is 512 inches cubed, and the surface area is 576 inches squared. So now that you've seen how to do this, your try-it problem is to find the volume and surface area of this pyramid shown. And I'll give you a little help by telling you that 15, that's your H, 16 is going to be the side of the base, and 17, that is your slant height, L. So you need to find the volume and surface area of this shape.